guys, it's Carlos and Richard here at Ultimate Fitness Training once again, and thank you so much for watching the video. And today we're doing a video with Richard on Ask the Trainer Show. So he's going to be asking me questions. I don't know what it is. It's going to be on the spot, so hopefully I'll be able to answer them to the best of my ability. Over to Richard.
Okay, I'm thinking of asking yourself for a diet plan, and just for muscle gain, weight gain. So just to say how important and useful they can be.
Yeah, obviously diets are extremely important. Obviously, the vital component in order to obviously either build muscle or, while building muscle, losing fat and getting a stronger, healthier, fitter version of yourself. Now, how important is a diet? Now, any good diet will work. However, it depends how much that person applies themselves with the diet. Now, what happens to a lot of people is they'll have loads of people obviously writing them a diet, or dietitians or nutritionists, or trainers, and what happens is that they don't stick to it. Now, failing to not stick to the diet, your diet's not going to work, and you will come back to the diet thinking the diet's not working. It won't work because you've got to be consistent. It's like anything, training. If you do training once a month, it's not going to really be beneficial to you, and you're not going to get really any good results. So you have to do day in, day out. You've got to be applying yourself. However, it depends on the diet itself, obviously, because there's loads. I mean, you name it. There's millions of diets out there. There's loads of fat diets. There's all the different ways of doing things. Believe it or not, there's many ways of peeling the onion, as I say. So it depends on really what you're looking for. In terms of muscle mass, if you want to obviously pull muscle mass, you need to get your macros right in terms of how much calories you're taking in terms of obviously your fats, your proteins, your carbs, and basically on top of that, then obviously supplementation as well. That will make a massive impact on how you're going to build your muscle and how you then stay on track in order to build a more muscular physique.
Sticking to that food thing, I've had conversations with my work about treats, when you can treat yourself and when you shouldn't.
Okay.
I've always grown up with, if you're looking to lose weight, once you've done that, have a little treat. Some people have a treat once every weekend. What are your thoughts on that, really?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, when you're on a diet, obviously, a lot of people think this is the biggest thing. I think about diets. The first 3 letters of diet is die. So, diets can be very scary. Believe it or not, a lot of people either believe in them, or they completely disbelieve diets. Now, obviously, this is what I do for a living, so I'll tell you. Now, diets work. However, you also are human, and you also got to think you got to live your life. So the biggest thing is what Richard just said there about having treats, about treating yourself. It is actually beneficial to you when you are especially when you are on a negative nutrition balance, of which is basically you're taking less calories than your body needs, so therefore you basically start losing weight. It's very important for you to give yourself a treat once to twice a week, because what it does is it revs your metabolism. So hence the reason why intermittent fasting is so effective, is because what it does, you go through days of low calories, and all of a sudden you give your metabolism a bit of a shock with high caloric sort of treat meal, and what it does is revs your metabolism. So what it does is your sensors of insulin levels are spiked. So once spikes, your metabolism does not know what to do. So what it does is it starts revving even faster. So when it revs faster, I'm just explaining really brutally how it happens, so it's easy to understand. When it revs faster, it burns more calories, so therefore you will start burning more fat calories. But a big but is if you get used to those treats, a lot of people end up doing treats every single day, and then obviously then the diet's not going to work. So be careful how now you almost understand what treats and what spoiling yourself is. Because a lot of times you can overspill, and if you overspill, then it doesn't work.
Okay, just training methods. Before I did the camps, my training was pretty much the same day in, day out. Now I'm doing these, it's different every single time. So yeah, the benefits of mixing it up, changing it, not sticking to one thing all the time.
Yeah, the biggest thing about training, obviously you hear trainers like myself and loads of people on the internet like trainers, and do you know, people like we are experts. We do these every single day, and we've got track records. So we'll tell you. We'll talk about training. Now, changing your training too often is not good because you never stick to anything, right? If you keep changing, like say for instance, 1 minute you're running a marathon, another minute you're doing powerlifting, another minute you do weight building, weight training, building your body. It's not really going to work. What I mean by that is you ain't going to get benefits on all of them if you change it too quick, okay? Otherwise you'll be Superman. Anyway, so sticking to one thing, like say as an example, say when people come to me on Fit Camp and Strength Camp, why is it so effective? Now I'll tell you, not just from the fact that I do it and I teach it, the reason why it works is three main things. Is one, we work through 3 planes of motion. So our human bodies travel back and forth, side to side, and we do transverse movements. That's how we're supposed to move. So I take all my clients through that motions, yeah? Okay, if anyone knows what that is, it's basically sagittal plane, transverse plane, and front and back plane, okay? So we're working on all those sort of 3 planes of motion. Then what I tend to do, I implement a lot of animal movements. You may laugh at this, but what we do a lot of bear crawls, we do a lot of crab walks. There's lots of different names for this. But anyway, a lot of people call all different names, but that's the names I call it. So we do a lot of animal movements. So what it is movements that our bodies were made to make it, but once we become, if you like, in a matrix, we become very rigid. So we go to work like this in our cars, we sit on our computer like this, barely moving, and we sit down on television with one leg twisted, watching EastEnders or whatever we don't know to watch. And 9 times out of 10 we end up with loads of crisps and stuff on our laps. So this makes us very, very rigid. So what I do in the camps is I take the guys through to start with, quite gentle sort of warm up, and then we get into a movement pattern, okay? And then what do? We work on 2 things, which is aerobic and anaerobic levels. So I take them through the climax. So I push the aerobic and anaerobic levels every single week. So we've got people here, and Richard obviously is a perfect example of that couldn't do much, okay? Richard already was fit, and he was doing a lot of different sort of classes, but he's never been into a class that we do here, because we're here, we're working on every single element in order to get yourself super fit. Now, what a lot of people make a mistake is they, obviously, fair play, people try all sorts of different exercises, and I'm not here to tell you I am the best in the world and please come and see me. I'm just telling you what I do. I deliver results, however, there is a lot of good people out there as well, but the biggest thing is about these particular classes is a lot of people go to the gym and work on one pace, and becomes very monotonous, okay? Now, if you work at just one pace, your body just gets used to it. It comes to a point where you hit plateau. And you plateau, you get bored. When you blow bored, what happens? You stop. So this exercise, as Richard just said, is very different. So every week, so for instance tonight, we're going to work on Strength Camp. I'm going to give you these guys different movements compared to the one done yesterday. So they're going to be stimulated, so the body's constantly being stimulated through the planes of motion I've just explained earlier, and also through the aerobic and anaerobic levels. And they're basically toning up as well through, obviously, weight training exercises. And that is, I mean, Richard probably will tell you, there's particular people that have been in the camp and are in the camp now, they couldn't even do one press up. Now they're doing Tabatas, which means literally they're doing back-to-back exercises without stopping. You know, and we go literally for an hour. Now, making a mistake, you know, it's hard for me, let alone for people that never trained before. And these were people that could not basically do anything before. And obviously we're not going to name names, but we know who they are. So they've done very, very well. So that's the reason why it works. It works because we push ourselves to that levels and we're consistent on it. So basically that's what it is.
Okay, one more. I mentioned Omega 3, 6 and 9s before.
Omega 3, 6 and 9, yeah.
Just explain what the benefits of those are.
Omega 3, 6 and 9s are fantastic. Now you get them from obviously fish oils, the basic fish oils. They're very, very important in order not just to strengthen your immune system. What they are, they're very good for your metabolism. They're very good for your joints. They're very good even for your brain as well. So a very, very, very good. Obviously, there's a huge list of benefits, but the biggest benefit for you is to strengthen your immune system. Now, I'll give you an example. Like obviously, it's winter time now, very cold. There's a lot of viruses around. Now, if you strengthen your immune system with omega 3, 6, and 9, great for you, obviously, for your joints, but great for immune system. So what they do is They really strengthen the whole overall of the immune system. Now you can get them from tablet form. Some people get them from tablet form. I mean, you can go to Holland & Barrett's. I get them from Holland & Barrett's. They're very good. There's different strengths as well. Some people get it 500 ml. Some people get it 1,000 milligrams. I get mine for 1,000 milligrams, and I have, I think it's 2 a day with food. Believe it or not, some people may say, oh yeah, talking that, didn't really see benefits. That's another thing, is a lot of people get supplements, but they forget to take them regularly. Now, if you don't take them regularly like anything, it ain't gonna really work, so you really do not see the difference. But I can tell you from personal experience, I've been in the game for a long time, they definitely work, and it makes you feel very healthy. And obviously on top of that, there's other things you should take, but that's for another video.
Okay. B6 and B12 as well?
Yeah, B6 and B12 are very good. Obviously vitamin B6 and B12, you can get them from obviously meat eaters. You get them from a lot of different sort of ingredients, foods, but obviously meat, one of the primary foods that carry vitamin B6 and B12. Vitamin B6 and B12 are very, very good to regulate metabolism as well of your brain function. Also to obviously strengthens your immune system. Again, that's another thing I take every single day. B12, very, very, very good. Now, I will do another video about vitamins, because obviously this is Ask the Training Show. Do you have any more questions about vitamins?
No.
Okay, cool. So obviously I hope that answers the questions. Okay, thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Obviously it's Richard, one of my elite tribe members of our strength camp. I'm going to say Rich is a great example of how we can become our greatest version. Rich has done very well. However, I'm going to say he was doing well anyway before he met me in terms of training. He lost a lot of weight. How much weight did you lose?
About 2 stone.
2 stone. Okay, he's done amazingly well. But one of the really good things that Richard has done is he has basically obviously came into our fitness camp. He was doing fit camp and strength camp, but now he's actually mixing his training. We're doing fit camp, strength camp, and he does a lot of aerobic exercise, because he now wants to say, when I mean grow, I mean, correct me if I'm saying this wrong, Richard now wants to have a bit of more muscular physique. Yeah. So Richard basically is looking into obviously changing his diet a little bit. And maybe, obviously, I'm definitely going to advise him on that. If he wants to obviously build muscle, he may have to not give up on his running, but what he has to do, he has to slow down his running a little bit more. But that's for another video. But anyway, with all that said, guys, thank you very much for joining us and watching the video. We are basically on YouTube, Carlos Trainer 10. Oh, sorry, let me rephrase that. On YouTube, Carlos Trainer. On Instagram, which is Carlos Trainer 10. And with all that said, guys, on behalf of Richard and myself, stay happy, stay healthy, stay fit. Have a great day. Take care.